When she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, Rivers, and he whips that one incomplete there. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And an alley to run. Powerful running. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyler Croft, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Down right around the 25. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Starting left here.
Gone. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. To be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a first down. They go play action here on first down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Geis with the carry on second down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Benny Logan in there on the tackle. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Rivers now. This will be caught at about the 6. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. It's Kamara. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that's caught by Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll try to run with Ivory. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Goff going to keep it himself. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jared Goff, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. First down, Rivers. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Rivers on 1st down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey! Here we go.
From the red zone now, Rivers. This is caught. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. again, it's Rivers. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Hell, you want?
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Ric Flair.
From the gun on third down. Goff. Airing it out deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Torrey Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Go, 12, go.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 10, and that changes things as they've got a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From the gun, here's Goff. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Goff again. It's caught. Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Super 66.
To throw is Goff. Being chased out left. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Super one.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Goff. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And he knocks it through. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
12.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Rivers. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a pitch out to Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists in their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Check 15, check 15. Hardball, hardball. 58, Mike, 58, Mike. Xerox. Starting left here. Tighten up. Hardball. Jester. Go.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go. 5. Al, we don't.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Brockers in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's back to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's Rivers. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, they went with the ultimate element of surprise there, trying the onside kick to start OT, and it backfires.
Not just element of surprise. How about element of hubris? I mean, that is unbelievable because the odds of getting an onside kick are small to begin with. And to give up your opportunity to ever possess the football that way, if you don't get it, that is absolutely huge. Didn't work, but boy, what a gamble.
Check. 380.
Now the first throw in overtime for Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Hey, Rocket. All right.
On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. space. They'll try to run it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Third and goal for Rivers. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.